As Marquette's 4 seniors took to the court at the Bradley Center for one last time, we've got all the action covered. But before the season ends, these guys have a goal.
And this is Marquette Basketball Weekly.
Welcome into Marquette Basketball Weekly on Senior Night. I'm Brad Galli here at the Bradley Center. On the last night that Jimmy Butler, Joe Fulce, Rob Frozena, and Dwight Buycks will suit up in the gold and blue on this court, Todd Warner finds out from the underclassmen how this senior group will be remembered. Plus, we look at the emergence of the Marquette big man, how Chris Otule, Davante Gardner, and Jae Crowder have answered the call of so many Marquette fans. Plus, this past week in Connecticut, I caught up with Andy Katz to talk about Marquette's first signature road win. You'll want to catch that interview along with our WMUR radio call of the week after our tribute to the seniors, starting with Buzz Williams' comments on Senior Night.
My wife was telling me today, I don't come to work at the Owl on game day. I just come over here because nobody's here but the maintenance people, and most of them don't know who I am, and so it works out good. And she was telling me today, what an unbelievable blessing all of this has been. 3 years, and it's senior night again. Rob Frozena is the first walk-on in the history of Marquette. That's a lot of players, that's a lot of practices, that's a lot of games in the history of Marquette basketball. For Rob to be the first, that tells you what kind of person he is.
I got the most important people, the fans. Man, you guys are unbelievable. I thank all you guys for all your support. I got the ball 35 feet from the basket. You tell me to shoot it. Someday I'm going to tell my kids that you guys were chanting my name because I scored 25, and not that we were up by 25. So.
When you're recruited as a high school player, there's a legal document that you sign that's called the National Letter of Intent. Basically, that binds the institution to give you a scholarship as long as you do what you're supposed to do academically. Joe is the first player in the history of Division I that signed 3. He signed when I was an assistant at Texas A&M. He signed with me when I was the head coach at New Orleans. He signed when I was an assistant at Marquette. And then he has played since I have been the head coach at Marquette.
Here with a great group of guys. Jimmy, like my best friends, like my brother. Love him. Mike, all my brothers from the bikes, we've gone through a lot of fun and stuff. Love you guys. Rob, funniest guy I've ever met.
I told everybody in our program that if you looked at a dictionary and a Buzz Williams recruit, there would be a picture of Dwight Buycks. I absolutely love his heart. I love his story. I think his story is just beginning. I think he's going to have a great ending. Buycks, I absolutely love you. I can't tell you how proud I am of how you've grown. Mom, thank you for trusting me with your son. It's been a pleasure coaching.
Coach Buzz, tough coach to play for. One thing about him is just it ain't really about basketball. It's about life. You really care more about life than being a basketball player. You really care about what you want to do after basketball. So I want to thank you for that.
Jimmy's the first player I signed as the head coach at Marquette. Nobody in any sort of way, including me, would have thought that Jimmy would have had the impact that he has had on our program, not just on the
Buzz, he's a father figure to me. Thank you for bringing me here. It's been incredible. incredible journey. Thank you for everything that you blessed me with, everything that you put me through. I've grown up. When I got here, I was from Houston, leaving here, I'm from Tomah, Texas.
Four pretty spectacular human beings that have made quite a dent on this basketball program here at Marquette. Again, coming up, Todd Warner visits with the underclassmen to see how they feel about the four graduating seniors. You'll want to hear what Eric Williams said about how he'll remember these four guys and the impact that they made on him and this team as a whole. But first, we visit with our sister station, WMUR, for their Call of the Week.
Down to 17, they got a foul. They want to get it out of Kemba Walker's hands, but he still has to foul. Nearly starting to win, it is. Buycks lost the handle. 10 seconds, Marquette with a chance to win it. Johnson-odom pump fake on the three, lost the handle. In the lane, lays it up and in! Tie ball game, no timeouts for Connecticut. Here's Walker, 3 seconds on the clock. He's going to have to let one fly. 2, 1, didn't get it off. Fade away, we're in overtime, folks. Whew.
Be sure to catch each game all season long on your home for Marquette Hoops, Marquette Radio.
After the exciting conclusion to that UConn game in downtown Hartford, I spent time with ESPN's Andy Katz. He shared with me his insight on Marquette's road win and what it does for their tournament resume. Marquette's hung tough with all the great teams all season long, Duke, Gonzaga, all the teams in the Big East, to finally pull out a signature road win. What was the key to Marquette?
The fact that they stayed with it. I mean, they were the aggressor, they were more active, they took gambles, and it paid off. It was really surprising that they were in that position because the game really swung against them. It looked like they weren't going to be able to make that comeback.
These second half collapses are something Marquette fans have grown tired of. What is the problem with this team and coming out of the gate? People want to pinpoint one thing, but what did you see tonight in the second half?
You know, it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's execution, which they did execute well at the end of this time. But I think it's a good example that maybe they've gotten over the hump because now they can maybe go forward and win the games they're supposed to get in the tournament.
It's so easy to say in the Big East, you win a big game like this, you're on top of the world. You lose a game like this, all of a sudden you're in the bottom of the barrel. Can you dictate to us your thoughts on Marquette as they go forward here, finish up their Big East schedule, and kind of foresee what's next for them?
If they win the games they're supposed to, these next three, which I think they can, they're in.
Obviously, the loss against Cincinnati in that home pivotal Big East finale didn't exactly help Marquette's cause. But as we've shown you, these guys are friends off the court, and this senior group has meant so much to the younger players. Our Todd Warner finds out what kind of legacy these four seniors will leave behind.
As a top high school recruit, you have it all. You're the go-to guy on your team. But with life in the Big East, it's not that simple. You're the small fish in the big pond. With Marquette's four seniors, it makes the transition to college basketball that much easier.
I talk to Buycks about everything. You know, he's just always there. You know, he's like a big brother to me, so he helps me with anything I need.
Mostly, I've been around Joe and Dwight. I built a good relationship with those two, and you know, I go through the same thing those guys go through, so I know if they could go through it, I can go through it too.
Jimmy and Dwight Buycks, you know, helped me the most, pushed me through tough times. You know, every time Buzz gets on me, you know, they try to build me back up. You know, Joe, when I'm mad, Joe always cheers me up because he's a comedian. Rob is always there. Rob cheers me up all the time. So, you know, they all help me in different ways.
The younger players on Marquette's roster often ride a roller coaster in their early years with all the ups and downs. Whether they are struggling with the everyday grind of the college life or injuries hinder their progress. They know overcoming adversity will only make them stronger, and they can lean on the seniors who have had prior experiences.
Joe had a couple injuries, and, you know, Joe was helping me through that the whole time. You know, just to try to keep me positive, you know, make me smile, make me laugh, you know, just trying to boosting me up even more, you know, trying to get me back, you know, because he's like a big brother.
Nobody's doing what we're doing, and you know, and to go through with these kind of guys just makes us want to play harder for each other.
These seniors have accomplished so much over their years on the court. Buzz Williams doesn't try to develop the best basketball players. He wants to mold the best men off the court.
How I'll remember this senior class is, you know, just great people, and that translates on the court, because when you go to work, you want to go to work with great people, and I've been blessed to go to work with these guys every day.
From the Bradley Center, Todd Warner, MUTV Sports.
For years, Marquette has lacked a dominant inside presence. Sure, the greats of the program have cast a large shadow over those who have followed, but the most commonly asked question a Marquette fan asks is, why can't we seem to get a big man? Although the true dominant force is still missing, the 2010-11 campaign has provided Golden Eagle fans with plenty of hope, thanks to the additions of junior college transfer Jae Crowder and freshman Davante Gardner, as well as the emergence of Chris Otule.
The mindset I have, I just want to control the paint area. Everything that comes in there, I should get any rebound that comes in there, or any little guard that comes in there. I should so that's the mindset I have to. It's working off. It's paying off. So the old guys talk to me a lot, and just from Dominique, West, Rel, Czar, Kubi, they all just being around them and getting that experience. Although I wasn't on the floor, but just the experience I got from them and just translated for me for this year. It's paying off right now.
All of the outside distractions, he block it out and he come in and work every day. And when you do that, success is bound to happen to you. He's very simple-minded. Buzz tell him what to do, we tell him what to do. He tries his best to do what's good for the team, and that itself will take you a long way.
You were expected to chip in, help out, but what's been the key to you understanding how to play Marquette basketball on a day-to-day basis?
In practice, all stars in practice. Buzz always put me and Chris on the other end while everybody on the other end working.
What do you do with Chris down on the other end that's different than everyone else in practice?
We play one-on-one in the post, no outside shooting, just posting up the whole time, working on our moves and defense. Yeah, we check each other every practice, the whole time, no matter what.
Gardner has provided the Golden Eagles with a huge spark off the bench. If you've seen him pull down a rebound, throw down a dunk, or go to the basket and get fouled, you've seen his reaction similar to a little kid at a surprise birthday party. But off the court, he's a completely different kind of guy.
Just in the game, just intensity. How the crowd gets to it off the court, I'm just a laid back dude.
This is a crazy bunch that you play with. Did they get on you for that?
Yeah, they always get on for that, because sometimes just walking that room, they said, please say something when you come in.
When does the switch turn on? Is it pregame meal? Is it that morning? Is it literally when your number gets called?
Well, yeah, when my numbers get called to go out and play, help the team out.
People tell you what to expect coming in with the Big East, how tough it is, but really words can't explain how tough it is on night in, night out. You have to really play, and I've enjoyed my year here since I've been here so far.
The biggest addition that Jae Crowder has added to this team's offense hasn't necessarily been his points in the paint or even his shooting from beyond the arc. It's been his ability to find the ball off the rim and backboard that's left Big East teams questioning how to defend number 32.
It's just a good instinct that I have for the ball, knowing that 90% of the time when the ball is shot on the right, they're going to come off on the left. Just little things like that will help you get a lot of rebounds and put yourself in the right position to get a rebound. The rest of it is just, do you want it? There's a lot of big guys in there battling. Do you want the rebound or not? Just go get it. For a fact, Rick Jackson at Syracuse, he leads the league in rebounds, but he sits in the zone, so he gets everything almost come off the rim. It's right there in front of him. All you got to do is turn around because he's in the middle of the zone. But anyone else, I think you have to really, in that top 5 rebound, you have to really go get it and have to really do it on a consistent night.
He's like one of the best rebounders in our league, so when we're in practice and the ball goes up, Jay chases it, and I have to work on boxing him out, go chasing him and boxing him out, and it's been paying off. And I think my rebound numbers have been improving.
We are some pretty good players on the inside, and we know what we got to do to compete and to get on the winning track. And I feel like we as a big man core have worked pretty hard.
As the curtain closes on the 4 seniors' career here at the Bradley Center, we say goodbye to you and thanks for watching this episode. But be sure to catch all of our coverage from the Big Apple next week for the Big East Tournament on MUTVsports.com. For all of our staff, including Todd Warner, Jody Dank, and Derek Hudgen, I'm Brad Galli. Thanks again for watching, Marquette.
Butler, Dwight Buycks, Fulce, Rob Frozena are the only senior class in any Division I school that never took an official visit as a player to that school that they went to. Joe never took a visit here. I would assume Rob did. I don't have a scholarship for Rob, so I'm sure he did. Mike's did. Jimmy did.
Tonight, a win would have ensured Marquette a postseason berth, but instead, the roles of these four seniors will be magnified that much more. From the Bradley Center, Brad Galli, MUTV Sports.
This is Marquette Basketball.
And this is Marquette Basketball Weekly.
Marquette Basketball Weekly.
We did something with you before, and you had a tough time.
Just mouth words.
Yeah.
This is
Marquette Basketball Weekly.
Okay. Before the season ends, these guys have a goal.
And this is Marquette Basketball Weekly.